In a fiercely amazing executive coaching session today, we talked about the power and influence we can have when our peers are struggling with, I'm so busy, because everyone's working as hard as they can be working. Everyone is going to be busy. I mean, that's what we hope for, anyways, within our business, our corporations, our departments, our teams, is that we actually have work to do and we're busy doing it. Here's what we talked about. Sometimes what we're lacking in our emotional self-awareness and our emotional intelligence skills is the combination of using our self-awareness of how our emotions will impact the words that we use and the thinking that we have, and then how that impacts our reality testing, and then how that reality testing impacts the subjective experience we're having. So when we use the phrase, I have a million things to do, I'm so worried, the first thing is basically checking that there's probably not a million things on the to-do list. However, in the intensity of the amount of work that is happening, it feels like there are a million things. The overwhelm, the stress of the capacity of work is meeting your limit. And because we're meeting that emotional limit, what ends up happening is our language starts to change to match our emotional limit. When you have 10 things on your list of things to do you say, I'm at my emotional limit, this is too much work for me to do? Or do you look at it and go, I have 10 things to do and I can do 10 things today? So when we notice that a peer of ours is using this kind of overwhelming, anxiety-based, capacity-fraying language, the best thing we can do for them is ask them to pause and ask them specifically to write down, what are all of the things on your task and to-do list? Let's see how many there are in number. Are there actually a million? And of course, there isn't going to be a million, and there might be a significant number of things for them to do. However, as soon as they start using accurate language, their emotional tone will change. And when our emotional tone changes, our reality grounds us so that intellectually we're better at our decision making. We're better at then motivation to start moving ourselves forward rather than staying stuck. So this is the practice. The practice is when I find myself or someone else using inaccurate language around workload, pause and take a moment to write things down to get accurate. Map it out. How many things do you actually have to do? How many things does your team actually have to do? And are we at capacity? Is this manageable? When we map it out, we're mapping out today, this hour, this week, this month. We're mapping out a variety of timeframes so that we can chunk our work into the smallest amount of time frame that allows us to look at it and go, is this achievable? If I have one person and an hour-long task and an hour to do it, that's achievable. If I have one person, a 4-hour task to do and 2 hours to do it in, that's not possible. So I either need to get more time or get another person, and then it's possible. Reality testing is a tremendously valuable skill in our emotional intelligence. And when we use it well, man, can we ever navigate the social emotional space.